Manchester United out of the Champions League. And get this, in 10 years, they have only won 2 matches in the knockout stage of the competition. That's over the last decade, Stevie Nicol. How deep-rooted are the problems at this football club?
Well, there's no question that the culture of winning that used to be has absolutely disappeared. It's a culture of just average results, average play, and average performances from so-called top players and certainly best paid players. So really it's the culture that's at the root of this, whether it's the players. And it seems to be that any manager in the last 10 years that's come in hasn't been able to change that culture because they've not lasted long. We're talking about big names here. We're talking about Mourinho, who couldn't do anything with this club. So yeah, you have to wonder who's going to turn it round and how soon is it going to turn around, if at all.
Well, that's the key. I don't think there's a short-term fix to this. And you spoke about culture. Does this come from the very top? Is it poor appointments or what is it? Because you played in an era where United weren't as successful as they would go on to be, but they were still a rival for Liverpool. And then they were practically unbeatable at times. And now they're probably a decent Europa League side and they might get into the top 4. So what's happened to the culture?
Well, I think, your first question was, does it start at the top? And it absolutely starts at the top. It starts at the top because the people hiring and firing have to know what they're doing. And all the best, all the most successful sides, the people at the top have hired the right coaches. They've hired the right scouting staff. They've hired the right players. It's about decisions. It's not always about having the most money. Manchester United probably are the perfect example of having the most money and not know what to do with it. And so, yes, it starts at the top, but then it does filter down. The manager, I believe, can change it if the people upstairs aren't quite with it, shall we say. But no question, the players take a huge part of this problem. And regardless of how good they are, if they have the right attitude, the right mentality, get immersed in the history of the club, all of these things make up for what talent may not be there. But the fact is, they've got talent, but it's the other stuff that's missing: the heart, the desire, the professionalism, and the culture is non-existent.
Are they too weak on the pitch then?
Well, again, I go back to, what happens from upstairs. When you're scouting players and you're looking at players, okay, I won't say any Tom, Dick and Harry, but we can all go and watch Messi and go, that guy's a player. Now, the secret is, do you do enough digging about this guy? What's his character? Where does he come from? All of those things matter. And all the best sides have all had players who have a mentality, a strong mentality, a strong character. And so when they get to a club, then what they're doing is they're building that club. And so you're just topping it up. Every time you sign a player with that strength, that mental strength, obviously with the money United have, they can buy ability. But if they can buy ability and mental strength and character, my goodness, you've seen what a force it has been previously at United. You've seen it at Liverpool. You see it at Bayern. All of these things matter. It's not just about ability. You got to buy the right characters. And clearly, again, United aren't doing that, which means the scouting staff aren't doing the job properly either.
We don't know if United have someone already lined up because they've given Ranić the role on an interim basis. If they have got someone lined up, could that potentially not happen if United don't qualify for the Champions League next season? Would you, if you were a top manager, would you want to manage Manchester United, one of the biggest clubs in the world, if they weren't playing in the Champions League next season?
Absolutely. It's still Manchester United, regardless of winning 2 games in the last 10 years in the Champions League knockout, are still a huge club and still a club that any manager wants to manage. I think you only have to look look down the motorway at Liverpool. Liverpool went in the Champions League when Klopp went. And so I would suggest that right now they're not in that position where not being in the Champions League is going to put off a manager. I would actually say that right now it probably won't put players off yet either. They're still big in stature. The money's big. Everything about the club is big. So right now, I don't think that'll affect signing a manager or players.
Should Manchester United fans trust the hierarchy to make the right decision as to who the next manager is, though?
No. Why would you? Why would you? All the managers they've had recently, my goodness. And now they've got an interim at Manchester United, who actually, it seems, we don't know exactly, but it seems like the interim's got the choice of whether he carries on or not. I mean, what sort of situation is that? So absolutely not. There's no reason why they should trust what's going on up the stairs at Manchester United.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.